Can you believe that science and Tibetan Buddhism has met for the last 30 years in the Himalaya region of India? If you are interested, please stay to the end, my friend, because I have something very interesting to share with you. In this masterclass, you will discover what is common in science and Tibetan Buddhism. You will learn what are the differences too. And then you will know what can we do to integrate this science discipline way of living. First of all, thanks to be here with me in this masterclass. My name is Jose de Gomez. To start with this, I will say that science actually is go back to the Greeks, especially to the time of Aristotle. So he creates the science, the logic, philosophy, and metaphysics. No? And his question was, between these two, rest and motion must be something. And this was his quest for the truth. And since there, it has been developed in both sides, in the Greek philosophy and the science in the West, and in the East, in the Eastern philosophies of Buddhism. In Tibet, there were a scientists gathering in Samye monastery, where it was founded by the founders of the Tibetan Buddhism, Padmasambhava, Sankarasita, and the Kintisun Desert. Later on, as you know, that His Holiness Dalai Lama came in exile from the Chinese invasion, and then he came with his government to live in India, in Dharamsala, and then from there he went to the West, and he was interested in science too. So I think in 1978, something like this, they started the Mind Life conferences in his residence in Dharamsala in the Himalaya region of India. Yeah? Neurologist Francisco Varela, he started to organize this with His Holiness Dalai Lamas and scientists. They came there and they gathered and they spent 1 week. And one anecdote that it comes out of it is that I think it was an Austrian and a scientist, yeah, then he was explaining to His Holiness Dalai Lama the sleep paradox, how the electron comes through the while sleep. And he explained that the conclusion is that they cannot find the mass of this electron and the velocity independent of the observer. And His Holiness was very pleased with it, because this resounds with the philosophy of Tibetan Buddhism. And he asked him, how can you know that without studying or knowing Mayamaka philosophy? Object which we observe cannot exist independent of the subject which observes it. This is a very deep conclusion through meditation on the Buddhist, that's experience, and through the science ongoing with a microscope and fine, or through the Doval sleep experiment. Tibetan Buddhist in Padmasambhava, he said, if you know everything, but you don't know the essential nature of your mind, nothing will make sense. But if you don't know nothing, but you have realized the true essential nature of your mind, everything will make sense. So that means that the ultimate truth is the true essential nature of your mind. And this is coming with the philosophy of the Tibetan Buddhism, in this case the Great Perfection, which is echo the teachings of the Buddha, which is said, and the essential nature of the mind is this unconditional, luminous connection. There are few things that are fundamental to understand the universe. They are, of course, from the point of view of the science, they are the 4 forces: gravity, electromagnetism, weak force, and a strong force, moving into dimension, space, time. This is starting from the Big Bang. This is the science. In Buddhism, those they are explained in more basic space particle, yeah, than contain the other inside, which are the elements of earth, water, fire, and wind. I design what the fundamental forces on the 5 elements that I could explain in the picture. So first is the earth. As you can see, it's a watch side, is a pyramid as well, yeah, because it's like a mountain. That is the earth, that represents the gravity. Then you have the watch, because matter, gravity is time, is a frequency of time. And also you have the sign, the conic down and the conic up. They symbolize what is called the kalapa, the last block of matter. Then the next one, you have water. It's like a wave. And then you have like a vortex. And then you have 2 drops like a rain. Yeah. And this is to symbolize the weak force. Yeah, as you know, the weak force, it has the compost quicker. Then the next one is the fire. It's a triangle. And then you can see how the 2 flames, they're coming from one side up. This represents is reacting to the electromagnetism. And then you have the galaxy expanding and is contracting in a black hole. So this is I would say, the strong force reacting to the wind. The 5th, all together, joined by a circle. This circle represents space, and in the center there's a dot, is time. The dimension is space-time, but on the same time is the particle and the wave. How the wave makes the wave make light makes like colors, and they make sound, and they make foam. So all the other elements, they come from there, you know. If we have a deep capacity for contemplation, which we develop through meditation, and the qualities of intelligence, they are relating to the way of thinking. And the way of thinking in Buddhism is positive way of thinking. So that is what develops the intelligence. In Buddhism, the brain is the processor of the senses, and that is why all the senses, they are here. And the brain, even though we have a reptile, a monkey, and a human rational brain, this is only a processor. The true, let's say, micro nano chip of the mind is on the heart chakra. That is why we say me, myself, and our feeling of love and compassion is in the heart, because the center of our self-consciousness is in the heart. This is on the second level. Outer, the inner level, there are 3 levels. And then, but the true mind, the true essential nature of the mind, is beyond space-time, is beyond beginning and end, but is ever present. And this is the pristine awareness of the Buddha mind. It's something that scientists cannot grasp. If you like, please give you a thumb up, and you can see somewhere around the link, so then you can click and the previous videos, so you can see them as well. Anyway, my friend, thanks very much, and I hope to see you again.